Right, hello YouTube, welcome back to some more From the Depths. So, to catch you guys up quickly with where we were last time, we've been fighting the Twin Guard up over here, and the diplomacy dragged a new foe into the fight, effectively, because of the fairly substantial 6 million resources that were being offered. I felt our best bet was to go to take on the Grey Talons as well as the Twin Guard. Hopefully this will mean eventually that we can sort of make a pincer attack on the Steel Striders as well, but for the moment we have to fight the Grey Talons, and the Grey Talons are not a feeble opponent. Now, we are going to start construction on a newer Mark of airship to try and somewhat counter theirs. But before we do that, there's a fight I want to do. There is a Perseus. I'm not sure how big a craft this is. 300,000 resources almost. In the air near our patrol fleet, and I think we can take a crack at them. I think we're strong enough that the patrol fleet actually might be able to win this fight. So we're going to try it. I did not mean to take a screenshot there, but we have now done so. I don't know whether they'll actually be strong enough to take this thing on, but I'm confident they will at least do some damage. But I also don't know what a Perseus is, so we do need to take a quick look at that. It's facing the wrong way for one thing. It's a primarily turbine-driven airship by the look of it. Oh, there's jets as well. Oh, they've got both. It's quite chunky looking. Not sure what's going on here. I guess those details I'm going to show through a bit more. Armed primarily with, I'm guessing, our 250mm advanced cannons. Oh, is that Repronium something? No, Repronium's Steel Striders, isn't it? What are you firing? I want to get a bit of an idea of what sort of thing we could expect from the Grey Talons, because I genuinely don't know. That looks like fragmentation and some kind of fuse. Fused rounds? Anti-aircraft, maybe? Oh, that's smoke. Smoke rounds, I think. That's an interesting ship. We've got cram rounds. I didn't even see cram cannons on it. I think those ones are going to miss. Oh! Did not miss. Proximity detonation. Okay, so we've got timed fused cram. Or proximity fused cram. That I can't see. We've got a railgun. Which I hadn't even noticed until this moment. Where are the cram cannons on this thing then? A genuine question. What's firing that? Some kind of minigun as well. It's got everything. Oh! Wow, okay. I must have mistaken that for something structural. Okay. Yes, this seems to be another one where it's primarily guns and armor. It does have lambs, and I have a horrible feeling it's going to be strong enough that not a single thing is going to get through. No, actually, no, we're going to saturate it. Volley fire! How are we looking after that? Flytrap's damaged, patrol's mostly intact. We hit that thing, but not very hard. It seems to be focusing its fire on our little flytrap. Also, what is this? Oh no, this is the nukes, the extinction fires, isn't it? See, is it? I think this is, yeah, this is a... I'm actually not sure what the warhead on that thing is, but I'm pretty sure that is a cruise missile, effectively. Yeah, there's one called the Extinction that used to fire effectively nukes. I think it's just hit or just missed, but I believe that is exactly what that is. Now, let's see how our second volley does, because our first one did punch through. The patrols are not hit particularly hard yet. Looks like most of them are still functional. Okay, we have done damage. Not much, though, and our little patrol craft are starting to take hits now. I think we'll maybe get one more volley off that actually make target, and then the rest will get shot down. Yeah, we just lost one patrol. We did about 400 blocks of damage to it. Patrols are not completely feeble. They can take some light hits, but not really enduring fire, and definitely not on this scale. Oh, however, very limited lambs response there. I think we damaged the nodes on this side. So I might well only get one more volley through. I think we did get most of it through. The ability to defend against the missiles have been stretched back on this side and they're not turning around. Yeah, those are going to be fun to deal with. Seriously quick too, that little missile. It's squirreling all over the place. I think redundancy is the only thing that's going to counter that. Or speed, perhaps. Are your patrols still firing? They are still firing. Good. Keep it up, fellas. You got another. You got one more volley than I thought you'd get. We are stripping blocks, but are we doing any real damage, or is it just damaging the armor and the barrels? No, we are starting to punch in. There's engine damage. Okay, that's a good sign. This thing might drop, potentially, if the engine damage is severe enough, but we're losing AIs on our patrol craft. But instinctively, again, they're not sinking. I don't know what it is that causes that. Like, them being damaged, but not dying. Whether they have to knock out all the repair systems? Or there's something else, but... Oh, wait, it's about to take another volley. Oh, quite a lot towards that rear section of damaged armour. Okay, that one hurt them. They're pivoting downwards. That one's definitely hurt them. Have we crashed it? Oh, I think we might have. I don't think it can hold steady anymore. We've knocked out its capability to fly. And that might kill it. Because it's only... Well, I don't know what percentage health it's on. But there's weird damage too. Oh, is it going to drive itself below the surface? It is on turbines. It might sink itself here, actually. It's not watertight, and it is pushing itself downwards into the water slowly. Yeah, I think we got it. We're no longer firing back, but that won't matter if the thing drowns itself. But yes, it does confirm my slight fears, shall we say. The Grey Talons are bad news. I think their engine just burned out. Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh wow, look at that. Ammunition ejectors. Is that for the shell? Is that what that shell's carrying? You can make explosives by having a load of shells stored in magazines, because they do go off like that. God, I hope that was that thing's ammo ejectors and not the shell. What's left? I'm seeing red markers. Oh, there's missiles left in the water, I see. Okay. How can I get myself onto one of these things? Need to reactivate one of them. I can do that. We might have to manually repair it. Oh. Interesting seating position. I don't know how one sits quite like that, but let's try and knock out these nukes. Which I'm pretty sure is what they are. Okay, not from that range apparently. Okay, we'll do it manually. Risky as this is. Yeah, they do technically count as crafts, so we do have to do this. It's the equivalent of World War II sailors knocking out mines with their rifles. And I'm a robot and I'm doing it with a minigun. Interesting change of pace, but it seems to be working. But yeah, no, that was quite good work. I was hoping the patrol fleet could do that, and I wasn't entirely convinced for a minute, but... 2 down, 1 to go, I think. I think it's just this one over here. Don't know if there's any way to sprint swim, so I think we're just sort of drifting over. Not seeing any more reported, it's just this... No, there's 2, okay. Another one over there somewhere. Actually, what is that? Is that a nuke? That looks bigger than that. Also, can we capture this thing? We could potentially use it for ourselves. I suppose. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't allow that. We'll steal their rapid-fire nuke manufacturing. I would like to see how these things work. We could potentially do something like this ourselves, but it looks like it's quite finely tuned. I was seeing more advanced than normal control systems inside it. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? I have no idea how to safely disarm one of these. Look at that. Looks like PIDs there. I'm not even sure you still need those specifically anymore, but I suppose it's probably an earlier design. Oh, I think we mag booted to it. You know what? I'm not sure about how to disarm that thing safely, so we're going to do it from way too close, apparently. Okay. Where's the last one? There's two more. Two more? How do they think they managed to build? Or they just, oh, is it because our ships are small? None of them made contact. Is that what it is? None of them actually hit. Yeah, if we go over to that one, speed up the travel a little bit. Oh, it's the fly trap. Actually, the fly trap would be perfect for clearing out the last missiles. It's fast and it flies. Give it some resources so it can activate its... Oh, it hasn't got any... Okay, yeah, it was telling me it didn't have any storage capacity, so... I'll add a box to it. Give it some materials. Yeah, you can use that to start repairing yourself. Speed up the process a little bit. I think it would be onto the building by this point, but this ended up being a weird fight. Right, let's quickly go and disarm that one that's right near us. We can get out. We can't get out anymore. Okay, maybe not. Fire a volley at it. That was not even remotely close to what I was intending to happen. I think we just EMP torpedoed our own ship there. Can't pull it out of play, because of course we're not fully repaired yet. We're getting towards functional because I'm seeing stuff come back online. I guess if we teleport to it, we'll just go back inside it. This is frustrating. It's for two little bombs. This fight will be over. Right, yeah, we can also do that. Not ideal, but let's let ourselves out and just finish these things off. So I want to at least get as far as the planning stage for building our own airship. I'll maybe do a bit of building in real time and then work on some of it off camera. But we'll maybe lay down the frame and work out what we're going with. We might use some of the modded weapons. I do like them. I would like to use them in something. I think this might be quite a substantial airship. We maybe won't start small. We'll maybe go fairly big right off the bat, but try and keep it quick, like the Sky Rays. But we'll have to see. I have a design. In fact, I have a design I've used previously. It's another one of the old ones that I couldn't find before. I'll maybe see if I can track it down quickly and I can show you guys the one I'm thinking of. We'll maybe build a campaign practical version of it. Oh. It lived just long enough to blow me up. Thanks, game. What the heck happened there? Okay. I'm not sure where I spawned there, but it was not where I thought I would be. Right. Receiving. Even still, good work, fellas. You destroyed it. You're still alive, partially. Admittedly, this Lamprey is still in our territory, but right. That's where I'll leave the campaign for now. Save the campaign. Let's make a start on building, and again, see if I can show you what I'm going to maybe try and make a more practical version of. We also might try and do some more spaceships at some point as well, because again, our current ones have not been too impressive. So, I believe it is old ships. Air Force? No, it's the old one, isn't it? I think I know what it would be under if I can find it. Oh, there's some of the old... there's the missile one I was talking about in the thing. It's not one of these. Oh yeah, I did try to upgrade it. I wonder if I ever got it working. I distinctly remembered I was trying to modernize this one. I think this was partially done, it wasn't quite complete. But that's not the one we're looking for. We are looking for the... Oh, would it be under here? It's not great white. I don't think will even work because it's missing bits. Is that a Is that my attempt at doing a Grey Towns ship? Oh, we could do something like that. Actually, that I'm certain I remember building because I remember building it was based on my own attempt at doing a Grey Towns airship. Don't believe this. Yeah, I don't believe it currently works because it's using the old lure AI, and I don't think that actually still works. I think it was planet. Otherwise, we could potentially use it as a chassis. No, yeah, just planets. Right. Looks kind of neat, though. Right. No, that was a different one, wasn't it? Again, the trick is just trying to remember what on earth I saved it under. No. That was for the realistic one, I believe. It's not that. Large projects. Magi, no. Main fleet, yeah, we'll just check that. It's not there. Oh, was that the older version of the Corvette? Sorry, we're ready out of another bit of a recap. Yeah, no, that was the oldest version of the Corvette, I think. Maybe still got. But again, we're looking for a very specific craft, and I can't find it, because I don't know what I saved it under. Random, some of them were. Nope. Die Gunsum, wait, what? Gurren Lager? Dang. It was the Gurren Lager one. Hey, that looks alright. Again, not quite what we're looking for. This is more the sort of slightly weird stuff, so we're in maybe the right place. Doesn't seem to be it. Randoms with an S. Nope. Oh, hang on. Space. It'd probably be under one of the space folders. The reason these are slightly oddly named is because I have had points where I've lost my old saves and then found them again. So I've ended up with some duplicate naming. Not going to be under there. God, where did I put this thing? I'm sure it'll be here somewhere. I don't think I've lost this because it wasn't even that long ago that I made it, but... unless I maybe have. Oops, I'm going to carry it. That sounds like a bad idea. Downloaded. Shouldn't be here. This should be other people's. This is other people's stuff, isn't it? Which is what it should be. Yeah, maybe we've lost it. Or actually, maybe it's in... It would be... I don't think what it was called. I can't remember that either. I don't know what I've named it in this anyway. Ah, that's the same name, but that's the old... That's not the right one. I think we may have lost it. Oh, what's this one? A tank. Yeah, I think we've lost it. I think we've lost the one I was going to base it on. Mind you, speaking of basing it on stuff, we could potentially... I did mention about trying to revamp some older designs, potentially. We could try and make something like our older... old bird fly. It's already quick. I think it's got reasonably powerful weapons, although... Maybe we'll try to do something roughly based on that, but make it airborne. But yeah, we're thinking... I'm going to start fairly large, I think. Which I think the best way to do this, we probably want... I guess we probably want to plan the armaments, right? We want to plan what's our main weapons going to be, where are they, and build the ship around them. So, and what's our power... Our power plant's going to be steam. We'll run on steam, maybe large turbines, I'm thinking. Maybe 2 large turbines. And sort of center at the back, and then fly on jets. And I'm thinking what we'll do... I'll do the layout for the ship I was looking for if I can't find it. So what we'll have, along the center, at the very front, will be a large powerful particle cannon. And it will have... We'll make sure there's active lambs on the ship as well, specifically laser defenses. Above that, we'll use the... Where are they? We'll use the naval cannon turrets. So we'll either have the three triples, or we'll have the rapid fire ones. Don't know quite which yet. And maybe be nice to have the three triple guns, like stacked up behind each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, something like that, but with a little bit more gap between them. On the sides, we'll also have some kind of turret weapon at the back. I don't really know if I can describe it too well, but I'll start throwing it together, and you'll sort of see roughly what I mean. I'll maybe sort of mock place the weapon systems right away to start to get a good idea of how the ship's going to be laid out. That. Well, let's actually add a wall between them as well. Let's have a bit more space. Like I say, I'm going to, I think, start fairly large with this one. And actually, let's shorten that gap again. This will be a bit more chaotic episode. To add a little bit of, I guess, explanation as to why I might seem a bit scatterbrained this episode. Today is the hottest day in my country's history. I live in England, and this is literally, for us, record heat. It's never been this hot before. And it is very hot here. I have not escaped it. We're not in the worst of it, because we're not in London or anything, but we have also not completely escaped it by any means, so it is very hot here. So yes, if I seem a bit scattered, that's probably why. Okay, we'll have that there. We'll have in the section underneath. This will neaten out some kind of a V-shaped front. Underneath that, these are going to be slightly placeholdery, so I know the rough size of the weapons we're going to fit the particle cannon. For a bit of a bow-mounted weapon. This will be a hovercraft that, or a hover ship that points at target from a distance. So I want to try and sort of roughly show you guys how I'm going to shape this. A sort of traditional battleship V-shaped front. Yeah, coincidentally that is 8 tall, so that works out. I might reshape this, but it's, again, the idea more than anything. And there's a good chance I probably won't reshape this, but like that. All the deck will slope up between the guns. I think we can turn off internal connection rules, can't we? We can place things to block it out, even if we can't legally place them, if that makes sense. Or even if they'd, I suppose I should say, even if they'd fall off if you actually tried to place them. Have to be a bit wider than that, I guess, because we'll need armour down the side of the guns. Then at the back here, we'll have bridge section. Maybe hold some of the stuff like the AI in that. And there'll be some reworking to do, but it's based on, like I say, off a previous design of mine, but I can't for life of me find it. It might be lost, but so I do know roughly what shape this is going to be even before I built it. But out to the side, we'll have two sort of cheek sections. They will be for holding various sort of internals. Back box section will be internals, basically. We'll also have some weaponry. Might be more of these. Might even be better to do the rapid fires. Actually, we'll have some weapons on the side there. Yeah, tell you what, let's mark that as rapid fires going to go there. Rapid fire guns on the sides in that particular section. We'll shape the hull around it, but I'm thinking we'll do something roughly like oh, how wide is that? 3 is cool. Something roughly like that anyway. sort of connect those bits to the hull, but again, we'll shape it properly around that section. And we'll potentially move these as well to fit better, but again, it's all rough shaping at the moment. And this will narrow off a little bit. Let's actually start narrowing it off there. And in here, or back here, I have the engines. So, I don't know how exactly they'll be, but I'm thinking I might lengthen them out a bit. What I'm thinking we'll do is we'll have like an engine, almost like tube, I guess, tube mount. Don't know what the way to describe it is, but oh, there. You ever seen those animation like there's engines in like anime and TV where they sort of look a bit, they sort of rotate in that, kind of a little bit like that, but not quite the same. That's probably a terrible description, but anyway. And what I'm thinking is we'll have maneuvering thrusters for turning. We'll mount some of those in here, like that and that kind of thing, but in all directions. And then set on the side. Main cluster of engines will be at the back. Maybe have some more sides as well, potentially. Like I say, I don't know exactly how this is going to go together yet, but I'm trying to sort of lay it out quickly. This is going to go down until that point, and I'm going to have to change the shape. We'll maybe have some strafing engines, perhaps here-ish, roughly. The center of mass, anyway. I said these are very much placeholdery. We need some kind of retro motors, so we'll maybe fit those maybe down here. Maybe even in those cheek sections at the back. That might even be better. Yeah, maybe sort of here alongside the forward guns. We'll have some kind of maneuvering engines in the sides of these, definitely. Turning. That's actually not a bad place to put them. Might put them slightly further back, so a bit less vulnerable, maybe. And obviously, we'll need lift engines underneath and whatnot. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking roughly for the shape. What we might also potentially have is maybe, because there'll be a sort of bar section here, maybe some kind of underslung launchers. Not quite sure yet, but yeah, it'll be something like this. It's not a huge airship now I look at it actually mocked up, but it's not tiny either, and it's not going to be super cheap. But yeah, it'll be primarily based around its guns, but it'll have the particle cannon at the front, which should be able to do quite a lot of damage. Maybe we'll have to extend certain sections to fit all the stuff like laser defenses in it, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's about time. So while this, apologies for this being a bit of a weird episode. I've been a little all over the place, but hopefully you guys have got the idea of what we're doing next, and I'll catch you guys all again next time when we'll have a little more to show. So yeah, see you guys all again next time. Goodbye. That is the wrong button.